Hello, everybody. Welcome to Masterpiece Show. Today, as always, we are going to have a very, very special guest in our show. It's my pleasure to introduce one of the most talented and awesome GAR student, Daniel Paredes. Daniel, welcome to Masterpiece Show.
Thank you very much, Mauricio. It's great being here. Thank you so much for that introduction as well.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for accepting this invitation. Well, before we start with this wonderful interview, let me send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show around the world. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Europe, in the Netherlands, Scotland, England, Austria, Germany, Italy, and Spain. Thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Australia, Japan, China, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia. Thank you so much for your messages, and thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. We want to send a special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Canada, the USA, Mexico, Panama, Trinidad and Tobago, Colombia, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, Paraguay, and of course here in Ecuador. Thank you so much for your messages and thank you so much for your support. Well, now it's time to welcome our sponsors. Well, we want to thank ClassPro. Remember that ClassPro offers you a different type of services. If you need advisory for educational and social projects, ClassPro is the best option for you. ClassPro also offers you training for standardized tests such as KET, PET, FCE, and TOEFL. ClassPro offers you document translations from English to Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and German. ClassPro also offers you academic consulting. If you need help for your thesis, your English language learning, linguistics, and applied linguistics, ClassPro is the best option for you. Remember, ClassPro is located at Centro Comercial Artesanal in Quito on the first floor, corridor number 1, store number 105. If you want to talk to this with the CEO of ClassPro, Master Pablo Mejia Maldonado, you can make an appointment in advance. There you are, the cell phone number. Welcome. We want to welcome Yanapana Project. Yanapana Project offers you online Spanish and English tutorials. Yanapana Project also offers you document translation, academic consulting, and now they are offering this new service, the chat room. If you are learning English or Spanish and you want to practice speaking, so now you can do it through the chat rooms. This is the new service that Yanapana Project is offering for you. And the price of this new service is completely reasonable. If you need more information about Yanapana, you can find more of that on these social network sites on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Remember that the Yanapana project is recruiting volunteers. So if you are interested in becoming a volunteer and work at this project, You can get more information about that at www.yanapanaproject.org. Okay, and as I told you at the beginning of this show, today we are going to have the opportunity to talk to our special guest, Daniel Paredes. Daniel is one of the GAR scholarship recipients, and thanks to this scholarship, Daniel had the opportunity to apply to this prestigious university, the University of Manchester in England. And now, thanks to his merits, Daniel applied to his master's degree program, and now he's a current. And now he is studying at this prestigious university, University College London in England. Today, we are going to talk to Daniel about his experience of as a GAR student and also his experience as an international student at this prestigious university, University College London in England. All right, so Daniel, let's get started. Can you tell us a little bit more about your academic background, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so to start with, I'm from Ambato, which is, I think, one of the main cities in Ecuador. It's not very big as Quito or Guayaquil, but it's part of the main cities. I did my elementary school in a school called CEBLAC, which is just an acronym for Centro Educativo Bilingüe La Granja. Um, After that, I went to Bolivar High School. It's considered one of the best high schools in the city. I think it's very very old. I think it recently passed the 160th anniversary. So yeah, during my time in high school, I really started getting attracted by numbers, basically. So subjects like maths and physics always caught my attention, and I really had well, I was lucky to have a couple of very good teachers in those subjects. I remember specifically one of the teachers. His last name was Escobar, if Ramiro Escobar, to be exact, and yeah, a couple more that I may not be able to remember at the moment, but they really kind of inspire me to like follow those, a career in those lines, because of the way they taught mathematics and such. Yeah, after that, I took the national examination for higher education, which was the new academic test to see if you can go to higher education, basically university after high school. And then, yeah, I scored very high in the zero point 0.1 percentile, or yeah, which was 978. Yeah, and I got the scholarship. So this actually really opened a lot of doors for me, because I always wanted to study abroad. Not because there is something wrong with the universities in the country, but because there is so much more to explore and so much more to um, accomplish if you go abroad and then come back with that knowledge, which was basically what the scholarship was meant to do. But um, yeah, there were some setbacks at the moment, and the way the government took the program. But um, at any rate, I applied for a couple of universities in Canada, and a couple of unis in the United Kingdom, and one of those one of those was Manchester, and yeah, that's how I got there.
Yes, I know. Well, thank you so much for sharing part of your academic background. Definitely, you have a really interesting academic background. Well, before we continue, I have to mention this. Most of the GAR students from Ambato have studied at this prestigious institution, Bolivar High School. Yes, here in our show, we have had many special guests who have studied at this prestigious institution. So, by the way, we want to send special greetings to all people who are watching this show in Ambato. Well, I have good memories from that place. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so Daniel, I know that you have the opportunity. Well, thanks to your merits, you got a scholarship. Well, first of all, you became part of the GAR students, the group of high performance students. So, Daniel, do you remember something special from this project? Maybe any memory with your friends, or something that you can tell us about the car project, or any special memory, or something that it's unforgettable for you?
Um, well, I wouldn't say there's like some specific moment that I will categorize it as like the most special moment or of something or something like that. But um, I couldn't decide. Maybe it's just the whole adventure because from the beginning, upon receiving the news that I scored very high and I was a recipient for the scholarship, that really made my parents proud, really proud because I did spend quite some time studying for the exam. So it really paid off at the end, and yeah, I was really happy myself because it was a big achievement. And then when we moved to ESPE, the ESPE University in Quito, I met a lot of people with a very different backgrounds, and some of them really had like like very, I don't know, revolutionary ideas, and a lot of people really look forward, kind of like they had the mentality of trying to change the country, not like just going to another country and like just stay there and do a living there, but basically try to learn the things that are kind of standard abroad and things that are not still considered standard in Ecuador. Because being honest, things like maths and English are considered hard subjects in high school by you know many people, and in other countries the academic level is much superior, so much more superior. So if you compare what a person can do at high school in Japan or Germany or the US or any kind of developed country, with a person in Ecuador, they may not be able to do it by not because they are not capable of doing it, but because they have not been taught in a proper manner. So yeah, these people, and yeah, including me, of course, we had that mentality of trying to go abroad and bring those ideas and basically try to change our country because there is a lot of potential. So seeing this spirit in people, I think it was really special because it made me realize that there is talent, there is potential, and of course there's a desire to be better. There is just major setbacks, like political setbacks, or like how people think, their way of thinking of things related to corruption and shortcuts and kind of like that. But I think that was really special to see that desire in people to be better.
That's right. Yes, yes, yes. And we have many young people who have the strong desire to continue studying at the most prestigious universities in the world. So, since we know that this show is being watched by many people, we hope someday to continue working with this awesome project that gave the opportunity to Ecuadorian students to study abroad. So, yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, here I have some questions from the chats that we have here. And Daniel, the first question that we have here is well, would you ask? Yeah, Daniel. The question is, how challenging can it be for an international student? No, sorry. Okay, just a minute. Okay, yeah, this is the question. How challenging can it be for an Ecuadorian student to study at an as at Manchester, well, the University of Manchester in England? So, how challenging was it for you, Daniel, to study at Manchester, at the University of Manchester?
Um, well, I'm not sure if I understood the question correctly. So, what you mean is how hard
How
it is
hard, or how difficult can it be for an Ecuadorian
for an
student to
Ecuadorian.
study abroad, to study at this prestigious university, University of Manchester?
Okay. Yeah. Well, my opinion on that subject is, is really subjective. So there is a very profound subjectivity on that, because an Ecuadorian person cannot be generalized. Like, I always think that there is no such thing like, like an average person. When you hear any study or anything, of course there are specific subjects where it works and where the term makes sense. But when you hear an average person, is I don't know, it is not that simple. um, so in this context, for example, there could be an Ecuadorian, there could be a high schooler, just a teenager in Ecuador that may not have a really, I don't know, awesome academic environment, and he maybe, um, like, try to study by himself, or herself is just an example, and read books, and reach out to the internet, and look for things that their teachers may not be teaching them. So, um, really, a person can reach out, can achieve his goals as much as he or she desires. So, if, for example, if for this average person, his teacher is not doing great, he can always go home, and instead of doing, like, leisure activities, search online, try to be curious, and try to learn maths or physics. Today you can be an expert, kind of, just by looking on the internet for the right stuff. So there are really great guides, books, videos. You have YouTube, which is like a world of opportunities, where basically you can learn the basics of everything. And and yeah, and go to any university in the world and be the best student, or graduate with the highest score, or anything. It just depends on you, like, on the person.
That's right. Yes, yes. Well said. Very good, Daniel. Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. All right. So, Daniel, now we would like you to talk about this master's degree program. Well, thanks to his merits, Daniel had the chance to apply, and now he's taking his master's degree program at this prestigious university. University College London in England. So, can you tell us a little bit more about this? What about your career, your major? Can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, sure. So my course is called Space Science and Engineering. Uh, for my undergrad, I did aerospace engineering, so we covered, aeronautics most of the time during my undergrad. But that part of space really caught my attention, so that's what I really wanted to study from the beginning, because I was deciding between physics or astronomy or aerospace, and I was tempted because of by engineering. So I ended up following that, doing that. But then for the masters, now I said, okay, I'm kind of like do it right this time. Not that it was wrong, of course, but I really wanted to focus on space. So yeah, it's been amazing, because the people, the professors that are in charge of this course, they are sorry, they are really at the front of their research topics. So for example, just one of the many fantastic professors that work there, there is Professor Lucy Green, which taught me solar physics, and she is all over the news all the time on British television or US, giving talks with Brian Cox and many other really famous physics professors, or just people that are into research and really move forward their field. So um, yeah, it's been great to have learned about this side of aerospace, which is just space. And yeah, hopefully try to do build a career on that, because it's kind of difficult, and this is where it gets difficult for an international student to follow a career in space, because space is categorized as highly weaponizable. So basically the countries where space agencies are located, ESA or NASA, which are the most popular ones, um, they oblige the person that wants a job at these companies, yeah, at these agencies, to be nationalized. So if you want to work for NASA, for example, or the most famous company at the moment, which is SpaceX, is the same thing. You have to be an American national. There is no other way. So that is a major setback, but nothing is impossible. So we'll try as hard as possible.
Yes, yes, yes. And my recommendation, Daniel, dream big, because probably you are going to be the next Ecuadorian who is going to be working at NASA, or maybe you are going to become one of the founders here in our country. Maybe the space agency center here. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Yes. And since we have talented people like Daniel, so I am completely sure that in some years our country is going to be completely different. But in order to do that, we need the support of all Ecuadorians, and of course, the support of the laws, the government, people who can support these wonderful projects. Our GAR students, our Ecuadorian students, always have wonderful ideas. The only thing that they need is the support by different foundations, organizations, the government, etc. So who knows? Maybe Daniel is going to be the next Ecuadorian working at NASA, or maybe the one of the first founding members who's going to establish a space company or a agency here in Ecuador. Who knows?
Yeah, I hope.
Okay.
I
Yes, yes,
really hope.
yes, 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 yes. I have many expectations from you guys. Okay, perfect. Daniel, we all know that. All careers or all majors always have a challenging subject. I don't know if in your case, have you found any subject that is very challenging for you? From my experience, I can say when I was a high school student, well, physics for me was very challenging. I love mathematics until now, but physics, wow, oh my god, it was like a nightmare for me. But what about in your case? What about in your career, in your major? Is there any challenging subject, Daniel?
Yeah. Well, at the moment, um, yeah, at the moment, I've been struggling with a subject called um, astrophysics, high energy astrophysics, which basically just has to do with the physics, so the movement of um, of bodies in space, of astronomical phenomena. So black holes, or planets, or basically the movement of light as well, because everything is just um, yeah, like wavelengths is just a representation of the electromagnetic spectrum. So astrophysics has to do with that. And the equations there are very difficult to analyze at first because everything is just like very cramped into one big equation, or it may be even a short equation, a simple equation, but there is a lot of complexity in that. So actually, my professor, and this may be a really well-known phrase, but it's like trying to eat an elephant. So you have to, how do you eat an elephant? So you have to cut the elephant in pieces and go in and eat it like by piece, like by the tail and then by the legs and, and kind of like that. So you have to kind of like deconstruct everything and just study chunks of it, like just some bits, and then try to make sense of the whole thing. But I think that's like a general difficult subject for many people. So a more interesting subject that I mean on the context of being hard, that I can remember is actually um, from my foundation year. So this is before my first year in Manchester, because the the high school diploma that you get in Ecuador is not really it is just not valid in order to go directly to university unless you do a foundation year or something which is called A levels. So in this during this year there was a part in further maths, further mathematics, which was called logical math, and it has to do with axioms. So this was difficult because it was really abstract. And I just remember this because a couple of days ago I was watching a YouTube video where this topic came again, and yeah, you can end up with pretty crazy stuff because you are studying axioms, which represents just um, like an idea. For example, how do you prove that 1 plus 1 is 2? It may sound really simple, like really really simple, but if you want to prove this with axioms, with logical nomenclature, there are books that people like famous mathematicians have written that in order to just prove that 1 plus 1 is 2, I think there is like a 160 or 70 pages of proof, just to prove that. So it's yeah, it's difficult to get that at the beginning because the nomenclature is really long. You have a specific symbol for for everything, for what is equal, what is not equal, what is superior, inferior, equal to, truth, what is true, only true if, um, and so on. So those are a couple of the most difficult things that I remember.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. Well, but Daniel is a clear example of perseverance. He found in his studies something difficult, but not impossible. Very good. Thank you so much, Daniel, for sharing that. And once again, congratulations for all your achievements. Wow, we have a great Ecuadorian who is studying at this prestigious university, University College London in England. Wow, we are very proud of you, Daniel. Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Daniel. So now we are going to continue with our next section. So now, Daniel, we have some pictures and we have some questions for you. All right. So here we go. Okay, Daniel, can you tell us why this picture is very special for you?
Yes. Yeah. So that was the first time that I well, that was the first year abroad. So that was my goodbye at the airport with my family and my girlfriend. Um, it was my first year to go to the University of Manchester. Like I said before, the foundation year. So Yeah, I remember everything that happened that day, and it's been really really special. And that photo really, I don't know, hits me really hard because sadly my grandfather is not with me, with our family anymore, because he passed away a couple of months ago. So it reminds me of all my family and of good times, basically.
Hmm. Well, wherever he is, I am completely sure that he is very proud of you, very proud of your achievements, Daniel. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue now with the second question. And the question is, Daniel, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this picture?
Oh, I haven't seen that that picture so long ago. Uh, I don't really remember where that was even taken. um, I think I can see myself very at the back, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, it's I think it was some talk of the government, basically, of or the yeah, the people that were in charge of the scholarships program. They had us all um, just got together and explained us things related to the scholarship, to how is it going to be in the future, and um, what was supposed to be their role, which it was kind of not exactly how it happened. But anyway, I remember a couple of people, and that might be the good memory there, because yeah, you meet like so many fantastic people. Like I said before, people that have mindset really, like kind of futuristic, that wants to, someone that wants to develop, someone that wants to be better and not stop at any point. So yeah, I guess the people that were chosen as, well, not that were chosen, but the people that score high in the exams were all really by their merits, as opposed by, the idea of, of a lot of people that may think that it had something to do, like with a relationship with politicians, or crazy ideas like that, which is completely nonsense. But yeah, that might be the memory there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Daniel, for sharing those memories with us. Okay, perfect. Very good. Okay, Daniel, so now we have an icebreaker. Yes. So it's time to play. Okay. So let me show you the first game that we have for you. Well, as you can see there, you are nine numbers on the screen. So you are going to choose three numbers in total, and I am going to give you three clues in total. The idea of this game is to hide and reveal the hidden picture with the clues that I am going to give you. All right, so let's begin. Can you choose the first number, please?
Let's go for number 6.
Number six. All right. And the first clue is this is one of the most delicious Ecuadorian dishes. All right. This is the first clue. This is one of the most delicious Ecuadorian dishes.
Let me put my glasses on.
All right. If you have an idea, otherwise, you can choose another number. Remember, you have two chances more.
So I can guess now, but if I'm wrong, can I keep revealing numbers?
No problem. Yeah, you can tell me now. If not, you can continue with the second number.
Mm, okay, okay. Let's go for number 4.
Number four. All right. This dish contains
Yeah,
some meat and eggs.
yeah,
So, any idea about this Ecuadorian dish?
yeah. It's yapingacho.
Yapingacho? Not
No.
exactly. Not exactly. Okay, you have one number more.
Well, that really looks like the the tapping that I know. Okay, so let's go for number two.
Number two, this dish is served with some rice and French fries.
Uh, Oof. Yeah, no, I'm really sorry.
And some salads, of course. Some salads, some rice, and French fries.
An Ecuadorian dish
Mhm.
which has those things. No, I will say the closest thing is tapingacho, but yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know.
Okay, well, maybe. Well, the first letter of this dish is letter C and H. Those are the first, and the last one is O. Any idea, Daniel?
Um, oh yeah, yeah, churrasco maybe.
That's right. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. There you are. Yes. This is a popular dish in Ecuador. Yeah. At least in Ecuador, we eat it in this way. Yes, with some French fries, with some meat, some eggs, some rice, and some salad. That is completely right. Churrasco. Very good. Yes. Do you like churrasco, Daniel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. So it doesn't have like anything. Like I don't like because I think everybody likes meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, French fries and eggs. So
Yes, it's quite delicious. All right. Since we know that this show is being watched around the world, we can invite you to visit Ecuador and try this delicious dish, churrasco. All right. Very good. Thank you, Daniel. So now, Daniel, it's time to continue with our next game. Okay. So, Daniel, okay, let's see. Yeah, Daniel, the second game is called The Curious Wheel. Okay, so as you can see, there you are a wheel. The wheel is divided into several sections. Each section contains two options. I am going to spin the wheel and I am going to ask you some questions. You can choose only one option, or maybe you can answer the question and you can say both or neither, and you have to tell us why. Okay, so let's begin. All right, Daniel, the first question is, Daniel, which do you prefer, winter or summer?
uh, that's a tough one. I will say, depending on on which country on which country I am. So, but generally, summer.
All right, so yeah, summer.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I prefer summer because of there is around the months, like where summer is. For example, here in the UK, you have quite a lot of fun because the parks get really crowded. Well, before the, the coronavirus, of course. Yeah, it's really just like very fun to hang out with friends, or maybe with someone special, and just enjoy a picnic or just an ice cream, and um, not being worried of rain or anything, and just look at the city, which is really beautiful, and yeah, just enjoy a walk, or any of the yeah, nice restaurants that are around. In Ecuador, I could say that since there is like not a definitive like, or at least that I perceive, winter and summer, but when of course there is the weather is hot, I really like ice cream, so it's nice just to enjoy an ice cream in the park, in the parks in Ecuador. In the there are really beautiful um, landscapes in Ecuador,
Mm-hmm.
so you can go to, for example, in Ambato, there is the El Parque de la Familia, and yeah, the views there are great, and the environment, the nature is really comforting and beautiful. So yeah, same thing. Enjoy a picnic or just a walk. It's That's good.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Very good. Thank you. By the way, you mentioned something that I have to mention here in our show. Ice cream. Believe it or not, the best ice cream that I have tried is the ice cream that you can find in the main park of Ambato. Wow, those delicious ice cream. Have you ever tried them, Daniel? The famous ice creams that you can find in the main park. I can't remember the name of the main park in Ambato, but there is a stand where you can go and buy a delicious ice cream. So it's for me, this is definitely the best ice cream that I have ever tried.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I It's next to the cathedral in.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah, it's great. Actually, it's really delicious. And the the gentleman there
Mm-hmm.
has been there forever. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember being, since I was a kid, I remember getting those ice creams, and even now, like if you go, he's gonna be there. So he's been there forever. So it's really great.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, and that was thanks to my former guard students, Daniel, and also my other guard student, Franco. By the way, Franco is studying at the University of Manchester as well, and Daniel is studying in the US. So special greetings to those guys. Well, they are very, very talented guys too. Okay, perfect. Let's continue with our next question, Daniel. Here we go. Okay, Daniel, which do you prefer, reading or writing?
Um, I'm tempted to say writing, but I think I'll say both.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
you like to write and read.
yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Let's continue with our next question. Okay, here we go. Okay, Daniel. Our next question is which social network do you prefer the most, Facebook or YouTube?
Definitely YouTube.
Why YouTube?
Um, I think it's a great platform to do anything. I mean, not do, but to watch anything that you are interested on. Facebook is, yeah, kind of like something that you maybe can use it in the same way, but definitely YouTube has content for everything and for everyone. If you are into like classical music, or really, I don't know, crazy, heavy metal, black metal, death metal, or you have content for everything. And there are really fantastic people that really do crazy stuff. Like, for example, a couple of days ago, I was watching a guy in the US that built his own hoverboard, like a sky skate basically. So he did a custom drone, where he just climbs upon and yeah, drive it like a hoverboard. So in YouTube you can have as much as leisure time as productive time as well, because
Mhm.
yeah, there's content for everything. And Facebook, I really don't like it that much. I really don't spend a lot of time there.
Okay, perfect. Yes, yes, yes. YouTube is another wonderful tool. Yeah, if you want to learn, well, all depend on the way how we use our social media sites. Okay, let's continue with our next question, Daniel. Okay, Daniel, our next question is which place do you prefer, a mountain or an island?
An island, island, like meaning because of the beach, right? Yeah.
Yep.
um, yeah, island.
All right, perfect. Perfect. Let's go on with our next question. Okay, Daniel, in your free time, which do you prefer, music or movies?
Music. Yeah, all the way music. I'm a heavy music consumer.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Let's continue with our last question. And here we go. Okay, Daniel, which do you prefer, singing or dancing?
Singing.
Can you
Yeah,
say it
singing
again?
definitely.
Can you say it again? Sorry, we couldn't hear you very well.
Yeah, sure. Singing.
All right, perfect. What kind of music do you like to sing, Daniel?
Anything really, anything that I like. I really like rap music, so hip hop. I listen to it a lot, so
Mhm.
it even makes me like enhance my my pronunciation in English, and because I consume most of my music in English. But there are like really amazing Spanish rappers as well, so it really helps you like with your speech abilities, and yeah, and it's really fun. So I mostly rap rather than sing.
Okay, perfect. Very good, Daniel. Thank you so much. Okay, and now it's time to play the last game. Okay, so here we go. Our last name is our last game is called Let Us Know. Okay, so as you can see, there you are 15 cards. Each card contains a question for you. Here we are going to know a little bit more about the things that you like or the things that you love. You are going to choose 5 cards in total. All right, so let's begin. Can you choose the first card, please?
Yeah. Number 6 again.
Number 6. And the question is, what's your favorite sport?
Favorite sport. Swimming. Yeah,
Mhm.
could be.
Are you good at swimming, Daniel?
Not really. Not really. I wouldn't say I'm good at any sport really. But I enjoy swimming. I actually enjoy running a bit more maybe. I just enjoy things that like cardio exercise, kind of like
Mhm.
really pump my blood up, and yeah, have a nice time. But there is actually a, an important note on this. There is a sport in Ambato that not many people know. I don't really know why, but because I have friends, because of the scholarship from other cities in Ecuador. There is sport in Ambato called quince, so just
Mhm.
15, which basically is just hitting a ball with your hand in front of the wall, and you can play it kind of like alone, just for practicing, or one versus one, two versus two, and big teams, three on three, and so on. Yeah, and it's really fun. So
Mhm.
I don't know why people don't know this, but I was surprised when I found out that it's only a thing in Ambato maybe.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, but things like that, like running and swimming.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Daniel. Okay, let's continue. Okay, can you choose the second card, please?
Yeah, number 12.
Number 12. And the question is, what was your favorite subject at primary school?
Uh, Primary school, it's I really can't remember, but maybe English or maths probably, but I think English because I wasn't really into maths until high school, like properly
Mhm.
into maths. So English.
Okay, perfect. Let's continue. Okay, can you choose the third card, please?
Yeah. Let's go for number 10.
Number 10. And the question is, what's your favorite song?
Oof.
Tough question.
Yeah, yeah, really difficult question. I I I can't say I have a favorite song. It depends. I have like,
Mhm.
you know, seasons or that one day I may hear one song a lot and the other day a lot another song. So poof, it's well, I can say maybe a song that I've been listening to a lot recently is Spring Day by BTS. It has a really beautiful message.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Okay, now let's continue with the fourth card. Can you choose the fourth card, please?
Yeah, let's go for number 4.
Number 4. And the question is, what's your favorite season? Well, since we know that you are studying in Europe, we would like to know what is your favorite season. You have been, well, you are in London now, I mean, in England. So, which of the four season is your favorite, Daniel?
Yeah, like I said before, summer definitely, because the cold is a really big problem for people here, yes, like all the high latitude countries basically. So um, yeah, when there is rain, when it's cold, essentially everyone is off the streets. I mean, of course, people is still in business and everything, so there is still people. But when it's nice and hot, people go to like I said, to the beaches and to the parks, and it's another vibe. Like you see people really enjoying the day rather than just running away from the rain. And yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yes, and well, definitely England is so beautiful. Very good. Excellent. So now let's continue with the last card, please.
yeah. Number 14.
Number 14. And the question is, what's your favorite word in English?
Word in English. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Um, I don't know. Spectrum.
Okay. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Very good. Okay, thank you so much, Daniel, for playing with us. Okay, so now, Daniel, it's time to ask you the three final questions. Okay, so here we go. Daniel, the first question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Ah, well, I see myself doing what I love, doing what I like. Um, it's really difficult to answer because I've learned that things can take a turn at every like pivotal point. So it really depends on the decisions that I will do. I'm going to do, but I see myself happy. I'm trying to do the things that I set the goals now. That I set the goals even before the scholarship, trying to really accomplish that and reach for my dreams, and maybe yeah, maybe manage to, like you said, maybe work for NASA, and yeah, and really build my career in space.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, our second question, Daniel, is what country would you like to visit and why?
A country I would like to visit. Japan, Japan, or Korea. I can't decide between South Korea, between Japan and South Korea.
Hmm.
Um, the why it's because of the culture, the culture. Yeah. Um, in every country there are like a judgment, like people receive
Hmm.
judgment on the way they look, on the way they dress, how they speak, and what like how do they look and everything. And I feel, of course, I haven't been there to really like see for myself how it is, but in these countries I see that people don't judge. Like if you go to Japan, you can see all kinds of people just dress differently. And I don't know, you could see maybe like a girl with a strange dress, or a boy with a punky hair, and they can listen to classical music, or whatever, like just without stereotypes. I think that's what I like.
Okay, perfect. Very good. And the last question is, Daniel, if you could make only three wishes, what would they be and why?
Can I wish for more wishes?
Probably that will be the first wish to have more wishes.
Yeah. Um, this may sound really boring,
Mhm.
but I wish to end with all corruption in the world.
Yeah,
The things that
well,
are unfair, like really the things that are, unfair to the people, are so unjust, are so ugly to see. Like I have really strong feelings against that, because if a country is corrupt, and the people there is suffering because of this. We can take many examples. I don't know, Colombia, right now, or any example throughout history. Those people are driven to do bad things, not because maybe they want to, but because the natural state of chaos is disaster to come, is disaster to happen. So if there are riots, of course there's bad people that's gonna like just start to rob um, places, to start to do damage to other people's businesses, and that people are not guilty of anything. It's just the government, it's just the country that are doing things incorrectly. So and that's really wrong. So I wish to end with corruption. um yeah. Second wish, on a more positive note, I will say I really, and this may sound like something silly, but like a shortcut, but I wish to be a pro, like a really professional in an instrument, like have really crazy skills, maybe on guitar, which is what I like, or piano, just to play anything and everything that I like.
hmm, interesting.
Um, yeah, and my third wish maybe is, um, I don't know, kind of difficult. Maybe see the future.
Hmm.
Maybe like be able to spend half an hour, or an hour, 500 years from now, like see how people did things, and all the problems, the really big issues that are right now, how they tackle that. And are we going to a third world war? What is going to happen, and how people reacted to that, like how they did things about the environment. Did they have problems with water? The climate change and everything. Like just see what is gonna be of us in the future.
All right, perfect, very good. And those wishes sounds very interesting. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Daniel. Okay, Daniel. So we are almost done. So now it's time to read the names of people who are watching this show right now, and some messages that we have here. Where Fernando says, "Congratulations, Daniel, for all your projects. Good luck and never give up." Thank you so much, Fernando. Okay. Fernando also sent you a nice sticker. Well, here during the live session, we can't see it very well, but you can see Daniel in the comment section at the end of the show. Okay, thank you, Fernando. Parikarwa says, congratulations, Daniel. Keep on going. You can do it. I am very happy to hear all your work. Thank you so much. Patty Karwa, and she also sent you some nice stickers as well. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patty Karwa. All right, and thank you so much to all people who are watching this show. A special greetings to Hector Paredes. Thank you so much, Hector Paredes, for watching this show. Special greetings to David Puka. Thank you, David. Stalin Torres. Thank you so much, Stalin. Patty Karwa. Thank you so much, Patty, for your stickers and your message. Juan Sebastian Santamaria, thank you so much, Juan Sebastian. Fernando, thank you so much for watching Masterpiece Show. And the fan number one of Masterpiece Show, Jonathan Fernando, thank you so much for being part of Masterpiece Show. All right, Daniel. Well, Daniel, if you have a message or if you want to send a special greetings to someone, now you can do it.
Yeah, thank you very much for the invitation in the first place. And yeah, special greetings to my parents,
Mhm.
which are enjoying the show. And yeah, maybe a final message that I could give is that not that I'm an excellent student, or not that I have been the best at my, like at my class or anything, but the secret is just like all people say, like, just don't give up, and keep going. We are always going to fall, and I've been struggling, and I've struggled, and I'm struggling with many things at the moment. And yeah, everyone has that, so just embrace the good things that are happening now in your life, and yeah, just try to keep going forward. Never lose your objectives.
That's correct. Good message. Thank you so much, Daniel. Well, before we close this awesome interview, again, we want to send a special greetings to our sponsors. Remember, if you need advisory for educational and social projects, ClassPro is the best option for you. ClassPro offers you training for standardized tests, document translations, and also academic consulting services. Remember, ClassPro is located at Centro Comercial Artesanal in Quito, on the first floor, corridor number one, store 105. Remember, if you want to make an appointment, if you want to talk to the CEO of ClassPro, Master Pablo Mejia Maldonado, you can make an appointment in advance. There you are, his cell phone number. Remember, ClassPro, the best solution for educational and social projects. Thank you so much, Yanapana Project. Remember, if you are learning English or Spanish, Yanapana Project offers you online Spanish and English tutorials, document translations, academic consulting, and now they are offering this new service, the chat rooms. If you want to develop your speaking skills, so now you can do it through the chat rooms. And remember, the price of this service is very reasonable. If you need more information about the good job of Yanapana Project, you can get more information on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, on LinkedIn. And remember that Yanapana Project is recruiting some volunteers to work in different areas. So if you are interested in being part of this wonderful project, you can get more information at www.yanapanaproject.org. Okay, well, so once again, Daniel, thank you so much for being here in our show, and thank you so much for sharing your inspirational story with all of us. We want to express our gratitude to you, to all our students, to all people who are watching at this show. And thank you, Daniel. Continue doing your best. We wish you all the best for you, for your family, for your projects. And thank you so much for sharing your awesome and inspirational story with us.
Thank you to you, Mauricio, and all the team in Masterpiece Show and everything. Yeah, good luck, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we have here the last message from Patty. Patty says, special greetings to Andivisa Producciones. Keep on going. I really like your shows. We have the opportunity to meet wonderful people, wonderful young people, with big dreams and great projects. Congratulations. Yes, that's right. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much to all people who were watching Masterpiece Show. Remember that our next week we are going to have more special guests in our show, so you are kind of invited to join us on Thursday at 8:30, and you are kindly invited to join us on Saturday at 2 o'clock because we have our special show. Thank you so much, Daniel. Have a good night over there, maybe. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for being here, and we will see you very soon. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for following us on our social media sites. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube, we are as a Masterpiece Show. Thank you so much, Daniel. Have a good night over there. We will see you very soon. Thank you so much.
thank you, thank you. Good day, everyone, as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.